Yo ninjas, I'm Kaio and welcome to the new flare tutorial. Since I already made few flare tutorials, I'm gonna leave the links in the description, but some of you are still asking for more tips for flare. Someone else is gonna teach it. And before to start, if you're interested, check out my new merch, link in the description. You will also see directly the new models above the comments of this video. And also if you need help for your power moves or your breaking in general, check out my Patreon link in the description and select the best coaching plan for you.
Hey guys, this is Bboy Skyline from Switzerland, representing TPC and Dead Paradise crew. And today I'm gonna show you how to learn flare in my way. Some exercises for your flare, if you are a beginner. Try to sit down like this, your hands go in the back, as close as you can. Push your chest up and now try to get your legs up like this. Okay? Open, down and don't touch the ground, go back to the again. Up, open and down. Make sure you warm up and stretch. So really important in flare is to stretch your legs. So if you're more stretched, I think it's easier for you to come into speed and get faster and higher. So your shoulders are also very important, so make sure they warm up and stretched. Maybe this exercise helps you. You put your arm down like this, not like this, this. And try to bring one leg up at least, or if you can do it better, you can do both legs. Okay? This on the both sides. First point is, if you want to start flare, your feet have to be like your shoulders, a little bit wider maybe, and your hand is more like in the front, not way back. So your hand positioning like this, showing to the right side, and your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders. So if you're in this position, for me, I do clockwise, so your right leg has to bend a little bit, like this, and your left arm goes up like this. So the common mistake is that you're too slow. I think in flare it's very important, the timing, so make sure your left hand is as fast as possible on the ground. So you start like this, bend your knee, swing your leg, and your left hand goes already back on the floor. Your right leg goes right in front of your left leg, and before it hits your left leg has to go way up. I always think about it, your knee has to go as close as possible to your ear. So to explain it better, like you start this left arm up, bend your knee, go in, and your left leg goes up and your knee goes towards your ear. So for the beginners, try to do like a half flare. It's no problem when your foot hits the ground, that's okay. Because when you do it like this, you can just make sure your left leg is very close and your left arm goes really fast on the ground. I show it again. Bend your knee, really important. Hand is like this, then you swing and your hand goes on the ground and the foot goes up and your knee close to the ear. Once again, left arm fast. Okay? Now, if you're in this position, it's really important to open your chest as much as you can and push to the ground. Maybe some exercises like handstand or some push-ups will help you to make your shoulders way stronger. Okay, so I show you again. Right hand, right leg bends, left hand goes up, like this. Okay, and now here it's important, not only your leg goes up, your hips also. Because if you're pushing only your legs, your hip is way too low. So after this position you have a half a flare. So the other side is really the same. Your left hand is on the ground already. Make sure your hands are always like this, not like this, like this. And your shoulders push to the ground and the chest is open. So you are here. Now your left leg is up, knee as close as possible to the ear, and your right leg goes really low to the ground. It's really important. Not high, it's low. Because when you switch, your right leg comes up and your left leg goes down. Like this. And you hear also my feet hit the ground. That's okay for the beginning. Just make sure your legs are way low, not too high. So what's important also is if you push your shoulders down, make sure you open here so your body gets higher. So again, one flare is like your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders. Your hand looks right, bend your right knee, and your right leg goes really low to the floor. And before it hits the left leg goes up. Okay? Knee to your ear on both sides. Like when you switch, your right knee goes to right ear. Your left hand, also important, you do it fast, like straight in the back. Okay? Maybe you are really confused or it feels uncomfortable, so I can help you with this trick. That's how I learned it. When you start flare, you open your legs really wide. Do it like this, okay? Like really open your legs so your hips comes down. And now when you do like flare, your hips is always in the same position. Instead, if you do it like this, your hips is higher, and when you go into flare, you have to go down and up again, so it's harder. Everything else is the same. Your hand is the same, your shoulder is the same, just start lower, okay? Like this. And now you see my hip is here, when I go into the flare, my hip is always in the same height, so it's easier for you, like this. So the first part, I think it's not that hard. I think it's harder to go high in the back, and for this one I have a trick also. So make sure when you do like flare and you come to the back or to the side, like when I do clockwise, left hand on the ground, and you're in this position, try to look down so your back comes up. I show it like this. If this is easy for you, you also can try to do like flare into windmill. So you automatically become higher in the back, like this. You do like flare and you go down. And if you go down on the back, your hips get higher. So for those who can do like 1 or 2 flare really good but feel uncomfortable or not strong enough, try this trick. You start like normally, but try to push your hips first in the front and then up. Like from here, go really pushing forward. And after that you go up. I show it. Like front, up. So there are also 2 different variations of the flare for me personally. I'm really flexible with my legs, so I push my hip really high and my legs are like this and go like this. And the other variation is like cutting. So the cutting means you do more work with your legs, which also means your hip is maybe a little bit lower than usual. So I show it to you. It's like this. So your leg go up, down, up, down. The other variation, like I do it, is way higher and you're like not cutting really, your whole body is like this. I show it. So make sure when you do flare, your legs are straight and your feet are flexed. So you have more strength in your whole body. For the continuous flare, it's really important to make the timing with your hands. It's always the same, like right, left. Always the opposite leg, like right hand, left leg, left hand, right leg. And you have to make sure you're always in the same time if you do this, and not getting slower or faster. So always the same, so you can breathe and your body gets comfortable with your movement. So there's no one right way to do it. That's very important to know. You have to do it your way, like you feel comfortable. So just pick up little tricks, or you think, oh, that's good and that's good. Try it out, and if it works, it works. And the key is do as often as you can. So maybe do like 13, like 14, 15 flares a day, just so your muscles and your body gets comfortable with the movement. I think that's the key.
Special thanks to Bboy Skyline from Switzerland. Check out his crew Instagram in the description. And remember, if you're interested, to check out my merch and also to check out my Patreon page if you need help for your power moves or your breaking in general. See you next time with a new tutorial. Yo ninjas!